Howdy everybody out there in YouTube land, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing a tutorial of flashing the aces. I'm not really sure what to call it yet. It's something we've been playing around with. We'll get into that in a little bit. This is going to be a short performance here at the beginning, and then we'll go into breaking it down. You could also see this in my recent short video. If you like that feature of the platform, go check it out. We got the 4 aces. Doesn't necessarily matter what it is, but here we go. So we got a spade here, we got a heart, a diamond, and a club. All that matters is that the cards are spaced out throughout the deck. That's fine, because we're just going to push them into the pack, and we're going to lose them. Now, since we're losing those cards, we're going to need to replace them. Now, in this case, we're just going to take the 3 top cards, which here it looks like we've got 2 jokers and the add card. Doesn't matter what it is. 1, 2, and 3. That's going to be your 4th card is your ace of spades, right? Now a quick reverse count, and the only thing that we have to ask is whether or not we flashed the aces. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on learning this, flashing the aces. It's a quick little trick, right? So first thing I want to do is I want to show you the trick that we learned from Martin the Legend. You can go check him out, and I'll put down below what trick he was actually doing. So this is called the clip shift, right? So the idea of the clip shift is something we learned, well, I learned it years ago, but never actually managed to do it. But this is something that Jason Marr taught on his channel, and the idea is that you just have a card jump to the top of the deck, right? Well, this is what Martin did. So Martin did this into the clip shift, showed the card, and then he had the card go to the bottom. Jump to the bottom, okay? And the idea for that is simple. So instead of you're clipping it, you're still doing the clip shift like this, but you're tilting down and you're stealing it with the bottom pack, and then let the card riffle down, and then now you've got the card controlled to the bottom. So now you have a clip shift controlled to the top or bottom. Enjoy, practice, do all that stuff, right? Now here's what I decided to do. Nice little 4 ace trick, right? This is actually the jumping jacks or the 4 robbers or anything like that. I was actually going through my old videos looking to see what I could update and some tricks, because I'm trying to do more magic. So the idea here is we're going to lose these into the pack. Now this is something that I learned either from Chris Ramsey. I think it was Chris Ramsey, a part of a rubber band routine. That's where I learned that particular setup, how to put it in there. So go check out Chris Ramsey. Now we got the one on the bottom right there. That one's going to stay there. It's fine, because that's going to be our cover card, right? We've got our 3 aces. Doesn't matter what they are. It could be 4 selected cards. Could be a different 4 of a kind, whatever it happens to be. I love the display, right? Because it really shows the cards are right there. You're going to do a tilt move, which means you're going to pull the cards to the side like so, and then you're going to push down and lever. The cards are going to come out the other side. Now you're going to clip them between all your fingers down into a grip like this. And then that allows you to clear the cards from the pack. Now, this is the part where the inspiration came in from the load from the bottom, which is, and you normally don't want to do this, you don't want to riffle through your cards to grab a card, right? You want to do a pinky count or something like that, but that's going to come in handle later. But what happens is once you clear the cards, everything is hidden behind the deck. So then I would just, while you're doing your patter, grab that card with your pinky, reload these 3 here, and if you get a little bit of a flutter, it could be okay, because normally what you do is you'd flutter your cards anyway with a riffle. So once again, you're going to load them in, doing whatever patter you're going to do, clearly display them, push them into the pack, do a little riffle, load underneath that ace. You're done. Everything was hidden. Everything is controlled right there. You're good. You're golden, right? Now you're going to introduce your 3 cards. Doesn't matter what they are. I've just been using my top cards, so it's the 2 jokers and the add card, right? Because it's out of the box. So here you go. You got 3 cards.
3 random cards and you're displaying them openly. Oh, it's beautiful. Displaying them openly to your spectator. Hey, I've got 3 random cards and I've got my ace of spades, right? Now, this is another subtlety, right? Turn your deck as you pull from the top. Spread the cards, not like this, because then they'll see the aces. You're going to want to spread from the top here and just grab some cards. It doesn't matter if they see them, because you're actually going to talk about them. Now, as you bring them in front of the deck, you're going to talk about what they are. You're going to say, hey, that's 2 of diamonds, that's 4 clubs, that's 10 of spades. Take your time, be slow, because you're going to be doing a pinky count behind you, right? Behind the cards, you've tilted the deck, you're doing a pinky count. It's out of view. They're not worried about the deck, they're worried about the cards that you're showing them. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so this should be where my break is, right here. Now, we've talked about pinky counts before on the channel. It looks like we got an extra card, so you're really going to want to be careful with that. So we've talked about pinky counts before on the channel, and we've talked about the thumb, right? Or the pinky rather, not the thumb. And we've talked about getting your finger in there, right? You don't need to do that. All you're doing is getting enough that it pops up onto your pinky and it's virtually hidden from everywhere except for your view, which doesn't matter because it's behind here. Now, as you're going to do the transfer, you're going to want to put these on top, and then you're going to want to grab that pile of the 4 aces, right? Pretty standard. This is the trick, right? This is the whole trick from the jumping jacks to the robbers, is you're loading your random cards, but you're getting your 4 aces underneath. And we're doing that with a sneaky little pinky count behind the exposing the random cards. We're flipping over the pack. We're going into a somewhat of a straddle here. Straddle grip on there, showing the cards clearly as you turn them over. Tilt down so that they can't see the depth here, because as you're dealing them off, the pile isn't getting any smaller. You don't want that. So you're just clearly showing them, grabbing with your left hand as you turn over. And the reason why we're partially doing that is because that's how we're going to do the reveal. So then you get to the last card, and what I like to do is I like to push against the thumb, but not in like a square up motion, but just as a slide over motion from here, right? So it just makes sense, right? You've got the last card. You're just going to push it on top, but in a way that's going to keep the cards secure. Now, the reason why I'm doing that, just to give you a tidbit on why you would want to do that, is maybe you don't have to. Maybe you're secure. Maybe you're safe. But if you go from this one, like Martin did this in his video where he turned it over like that, I just didn't particularly care for that turnover, especially in a performance, right? But the other thing I did was I went from here down to here to turn it over, and the cards did a little separation. So it depends on your deck, depends on how you do it. So what I did was I decided to actually just put it into the hand, secure it on 3 sides, and then use the deck to turn it over, keeping everything nice and flush. Now, obviously when you're doing it in performance and you really want to just get that going, then just do it. Just go from here, flush it up over here, which makes it nice and secure again, and then just turn it over. Golden. You're done. Nobody can pause and rewind. You're safe. Then you're going to I'm just going to do my reverse count, and this is flashing the aces, right? So my only question is, did I flash the aces? Now that's a first moment right there. That should be a red flag, right? Because that should have been on top. Whoa. The reverse count. If there's no reaction, that's fine, because you're not trying to wow them with that. What you're trying to wow them with is the 3 aces that are over here. Powerful moment, right? I just shocked myself even though I knew I had them. Just kidding. Kind of. But the reset is golden too, because now if you're doing walk around, the deck is reset with the aces on top. So that means that if you want to go into a different 4-ace routine, you're golden, you're not losing anything, and you can go right back into your routine. Or you can re-put them right back on bottom like that. Then when you come up to somebody, you say, hey, we're going to do a trick with the 4 aces. Yeah, we're going to take the 4 aces. Yeah, doesn't matter what the cards are, but we're going to have the spade on the bottom, and then we're going to have our heart, diamond, and club are going to be lost somewhere into the pack, right? Somewhere into the pack.
It's fine. Since we're losing those 3 cards, we're actually going to need to replace those with 3 other cards. And those 3 cards today, they're different every time, is going to be the 2, the 4, and the 10. So let's go ahead and take that on top of the deck, just like so. We get to our ace of spades right there, the flip over. Now the only thing that we have to make sure of is that we didn't flash the aces. Did we flash the aces? You tell me. Boom. Golden. Done. Flashing the aces. Hope you guys enjoy, and let me know down below whether or not that's something that you guys would use. Let me know if that's something that is of interest to you, and maybe we can spark some discussion back and forth. Thank you, everybody, and remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And let me know if these late night tutorials are doing it for you, because it's the middle of the night. We'll see you next time.